Welcome back to another episode of Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Illya Dry. So in the previous episode we found out that the world, this parallel world here, is dying and it's gonna eventually basically be destroyed, right? The world is gonna be destroyed, and that's why they need Miu, who is an endless supply of mana, to stop that. Now we don't know exactly what the plan is to use that. You guys did kind of clarify a few things about the entire grail situation, right? The reason why the grail in Fate Stay Night was the way that it was because of Angra Mainyu, right? Because it was corrupted, right, by Angra Mainyu, and that's why it was kind of like a more of a monkey spot. But here, in this case, a grail is basically the same as a grail in, well, FGO, if I use that example, where it's just basically an endless supply of mana, right? That's basically the only thing that it is. It gives you an unlimited supply of mana, which means that you can employ any kind of magic or magecraft that you want, or yeah, magic in this case as well, right? As we saw with like Amakusa Shiro and stuff like that. So the question now is, what is their plan what do they plan to do with the grail, right? What kind of magic, magecraft, shenanigans do they want to do with the actual endless supply of mana that the grail would provide? That's the question. Look, at the end of the day, sacrificing one person for 8 billion doesn't sound like a bad idea. But something tells me that it's not going to be that one-dimensional, right? I feel like there's going to be a bit more nuance to that, especially considering the fact that Darius does not seem like the most, let's say, nice guy. The way that he treated Miu definitely isn't giving off great guy energy, so I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more to that entire situation. But I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we will. So, is there anything else? Oh yeah, Illya got her body back, right? She realized that if you hit the mark on the chest of the body that doesn't have any soul in it, or has the artificial soul or whatever in it, if you hit that mark, it returns the original mind into the body. So that's what she was trying to do with both Luvia and Rin, right? So she was fighting them, but they have a bunch of nameless noble phantasms, right? Which is interesting. I would think that it's probably somehow a noble phantasm that is made by Darius somehow. I don't know though. That's just a speculation. It's kind of like a faux noble phantasm, if you will. But I guess we'll see all of the specifics behind what exactly those noble phantasms and those cards are, right? I'm sure we know that the Ainsworths are the ones who made the cards, so I am pretty sure that they can make a lot of things, make a lot of other things, right, as well. So let's find out. So if you want to watch this, Uncut and Blurred as always on my Patreon, down the description, and let's go into Fate Kaleid Liner Prisma Illya Dry, episode 9. What are you gonna say, Illya? Early opening, okay. Illya's choice. You know what's also one thing that I forgot to mention in the intro is in the previous episode I recorded something after the outro, this entire bit, because I was thinking about it and I forgot to put it into the actual episode then. So let me say it now. I was thinking about the entire exchange about, like, you know, the champion of justice or the hero of justice and stuff like that, right? And obviously I said it in the episode that kind of reminds me of Kiritsugu, obviously, because he's the one who kept saying that, and then Shiro inherited that entire mindset, and now they have Shiro locked up. I was wondering if there's some kind of, like, you know, if there's some kind of a reason or connection between everything, of, like, obviously Kiritsugu being absent from this world and then Shiro being in this castle, and then they calling themselves like heroes of justice and stuff like that. The thing that Shiro kept talking over and over about. I don't know. I was just thinking about that. It kind of seemed like it could be some kind of connection between everything here, especially because hero of justice or champion of justice is such a iconic phrase for Kiritsugu and Shiro, right, at this point. Illya's choice. You don't seem very confident. Ooh. Whoa, that's cool. Lore? Oh. Lord. Oh, yes. Okay, okay, yeah. Yes. Mm. Oh, run that by me again. There's a limit to how much magical energy one person's life can generate. Makes sense. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we know those principles. Yes. So they're trying to use the mana from the Holy Grail to substitute it. Ooh, interesting. The Holy Grail, easy. Oh. Oh, never mind, my bad. Ooh, Oh my god, this Amakusa looking ass. Bro. Oh, Hassan. That's cool though. Okay, that is cool. I didn't know that the Holy Grail actually still uses the mana from the Earth's resources, right? I thought it was just kind of like a tool that defied all I guess all physics or all rules when it comes to that, and it kind of had its own internal supply of it. But no, it just basically siphons an immense amount of mana from the world itself, right? So what they're trying to do is to use all of the mana from the world itself to make this grand magic kind of like akin to Heaven's Feel. I don't know if it's exactly Heaven's Feel, but akin to it, where it makes all of the organisms in the world basically be not susceptible, what's the opposite? Be immune to these new particles that are showing up in the places where the mana is dried up. So once they use that, everyone's gonna be basically immune to it. Now, are they all gonna also become like just souls, kind of like what Heaven's Feel does, or are they just gonna be normal humans that are immune to it? I don't know. I feel like that's a big question. What exactly is gonna happen to the humanity after this magecraft or this magic is employed right onto them? But that's an interesting plan. Yeah.
みんなが生きていけなくなるってわからないよ。私はただミオ、友達を助けたいだけなのに。顔を上げてください、イリア様。サファイア。困惑されるのがわかります。どうすればいいのかわからず立ち止まってしまうのもわかります。今思えば我々の世界に一人飛ばされてきたミユ様もきっとそうだったのでしょう。私がミユ様と初めてお会いした時、どこで拾われたのかサイズの合わない服をお召しになり、体は汚れ髪も乱れておいででした。それでもミユ様は顔を伏せることなくまっすぐ私を見据えていました。ミユ、私はあくまで魔術霊装。イリア様の選択に異は唱えないつもりです。ですが、どうか前を向いてください。どんなに辛くても答えは前にしかありません。このまま出てこないつもりか。ならば仕方あるまい。来い、シュルシャガナ。
Whoa, that's it's like a dragon's wing.
何の音？
Shulshagana.
イリアお姉ちゃんかな。イリアに何をしたの？
Is Shulshagana in Sinfugir or nah? I feel like I know that name from somewhere. It sounds very
イリアお
familiar.
姉ちゃんが言うことでイリアを元に戻して。あんな抜け殻のイリアは。それならもう大丈夫だよ。イリアお姉ちゃん自分で戻ったから。
Yeah.
自分でぬいぐるみなのに動いてね。すごかったよ。それでね、アンジェリカが教育するって。死で物語を彩れって。エリカ、あなたは意味を分かって言ってるの？イリアを殺すつもり？死ぬのダメなの？大丈夫なのに。死んでもお人形になるだけだから。あなたは。その話。
Here he is.
イリア様、逃げて。
Oh. Shulshagana.
二度は聞かぬ。
Whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah, Heracles, right?
これを切ったのは貴様だそうだな。俗には過ぎた墓標だが、それもいいか。
Sapphire?
失態だな。クレーター内の監視が
Oh! Chloe!
まったく。またうじうじイリア。敵を目の前にしてほうけるなって言ったのに。だってミユと世界が天秤にかけられて。ああ、その話。くだらないことで悩んでるんじゃないわよ。くだらぬだと。ならば答えろ。貴様はミユ様と世界どちら？ミユ。
Lamar.
私にしてみれば。
No, that's fair, that's fair. That is fair.
どちらを選ぶなんて迷うまでもない話だわ。でも私たちがミユを大切に思うように、この世界の人たちにも。
Yeah, this is the Fujimaru mindset that Ilya has. I have to save the singularity, even though it doesn't matter to me.
当然でしょ。女の子の命は世界より
Yeah!
どしがたい。それでいいの、クロ。本当にその選択で。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when that was kind of like talked about in the previous episode already. I was like, I have a feeling that Ilya's gonna go down the Fujimaru Ritsuka, which, if you don't know FGO, that's the main character from FGO, right? Like his pipeline where he's like, well, this singularity doesn't affect my world anymore, especially in when you're talking about Epic of Remnant, right? Where the singularities don't necessarily affect our humanity and stuff like that. But he's like, well, even though it doesn't affect us, I still want to save the people in this singularity and stuff like that, right? Even though it's not my world and stuff like that. It's a completely separate timeline. And yeah, this is kind of like how Ilya's mind is going right now as well. Also, this is Miyu's world, so I wonder how she feels about it. I respect it. Oh, oh. Okay, okay. You know what? It's a cool sentiment. I'm gonna give you that much. If nothing else, it's cool. Oh, fuck yes! Ymir versus Gilgamesh! Thanks. Damn! Yeah. They're really not trying to make him in any way, shape, or form redeemable, huh? Bro, what? The voice acting though goes hard. Crazy. Anyway, moving on.
させないしできないよ。しかしそれほどにイリアスフィールが気になるのなら、自分の目で見てくれと。
Is he gonna transfer her vision to a familiar like he did earlier in the previous episode?
ほらご覧よ、君のために傷つき戦う友の姿だ。ああ、無駄無駄。君の意識を飛ばしているだけだから。
Oh, that's awesome. Shifting your consciousness. That's cool.
なぜ貴様はミユ様を選べるのだ。世界より個人の価値がそれほどまで高くあってはならない。
情ってやつかしらね。人ってそんなもんでしょ。人の気持ちは理屈じゃないってわからない。
本当にそんなものに価値があるのか。世界を滅ぼす選択をさせるようなものに。そんなもののために全人類を犠牲にするのが人間なのか。
だから間違ってるんでしょうね、私は。それでも私は世界を、正義を選べないの。あ
No.
なたたちと同じような人知ってるわ。たくさんの人を救うために少しの犠牲を切り捨てる、そんな正義の味方になろうとして。
Yo!
でもね、その人はたった一人のために全てを捨てたわ。間違ってると知りながら正義の味方じゃなくて人間になる道を選んだ。
そのたった一人とは貴様のことか。
そうと言いたいところだけど、妹の方、世界なんて知らない。私が背負えるのなんてせいぜい二人、弱虫の妹と囚われのお姫様よ。
認めぬ。
Wait.
絶望を選ぶ意志が人間など。
He chose the few or the one for the many? Oh, so wait. I'm guessing what she means by that is he's the one who ended the Holy Grail War, which would in turn mean he's the one who maybe killed the Ainsworths for Ilya to survive. That would kind of make sense. That kind of check out.
もういい、もうやめてくろ。私のせいで誰かが傷つくのはもうたくさん。どんなに言葉を作ろっても人一人の命が世界より重いわけがない。こいつ相手に遠距離戦が絶対不利なら戦法は一つ、距離を詰める。捕らえた。
違うだろう。そのカードはそう使うのではなかった。
Oh, displacement! Ooh! Dude, I love that power. It's so interesting.
剣先だけの転移。
最も警戒していたカードだったが、こんなものか。
Yep. Oh, damn, she got... Ooh. Oh, that's,
大バカ、あんたが身代わりになってどうすんのよ。
a lot more damage than I thought she would take.
起きなさいよ、イリア。ちょっと冗談でしょ。
あとを追え。
Okay, okay. I was like,
大丈夫。
what are they gonna do with this? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
ザバーニーヤ。
Oh!
真の分身能力か。
Hell yeah.
黒、聞いて。私やっぱり黒の選択に
That's very
賛
fair.
成できない。
That's very fair. It would be a tough decision.
見損なったわ。あなたにとってミユはその程度の。ミユは絶対に失いたくない大切な人だけど、それは黒も同じ。黒が私を心配してくれたように、失いたくないし失わせたくない人がいる。きっと世界中の誰もが。だから私は選べない。ミユのために。
I respect it.
それが正しい答え。世界を救える可能性の前に
Very on character.
個人の感情なんて何の意味もない。これが聖杯として生まれてきてしまった
Fate.
私の運命。運命の鎖は決して外れない。ミユが世界観なんて選べないよ。
But
私はミユも世界も両方救う。
what a Chad.
どちらかしか選べないなんて初めからそれが間違ってる。
よまいごとを。
聖杯なんでしょ。人の願いを希望を託すのが聖杯なんでしょ。だったらどうして全ての人の幸せを願わないの。イリア様何それ。当てがあって言ってるの。やり方なんてわからないよ。でも
Fuck, I love Ilya. She's great.
願いこそ聖杯に託すべきなのかもね。
She's great. She's definitely my favorite character of the main cast. Oh, new ending. You guys did say there's a new ending. Let me listen to this. Obviously muted on YouTube. This is a gorgeous ending. The song and visually as well. I just saw like a half a second of the preview with Darius going all crazy. I'm excited. Wow, what an episode. So we got some lore, some exposition. Now remind me, maybe I missed something. But do we know the exact reason as to why the world is drying up? Why all of the mana and stuff like that is drying up? Because there has to be some kind of difference from this world and our world that made it so that this mana dried up. So I'm guessing there is a reason behind it, right? I want to know what that reason was, and I don't remember if they mentioned it or not. I don't remember it. Either way, though. Either way. Because at first I was kind of thinking of like, you know, how there used to be like a lot of natural ether during the Age of Gods, and then that ether dried up, and now we have like artificial ether. But I think it's a different situation here. Either way though, obviously the way that Kura was going off on like, I'll sacrifice the entire world for Mio, really cool speech that she gave there. But at the end of the day, I respect how Ilya's like, nah, actually, like, we're gonna save both this world and Mio. Fuck yeah, Ilya. Fuck yes. At the end of the day, like, if you look at this a bit more realistically, this is the world where Mio is from. You don't know. Like, she's never really spoken about this world, so you don't know how she feels about it, right? Like, and what sacrificing this world would mean to her. Like, imagine if it were the other way around, where Ilya, where like, I don't know, Mio would be trying to save Ilya from our world, and she would be like, nah, actually I'm gonna sacrifice this entire world for Ilya's sake. And I'm sure Ilya would hate that, would not want that whatsoever. She would not want to sacrifice the entire world that she was raised in, she lived in, just to survive, right, for herself. So yeah, I prefer this decision by Ilya, definitely, because you don't know how Mio would feel about that at all. So yeah, I really, really like this. Okay. Apart from that, we, like Darius, they made sure that he is, he's going down the Gilles route, and he's becoming like extremely detestable the more the show goes on. Like, as I said, when he was first introduced and like in the fight with Illya and stuff, I really liked him. He's like, I really like over the top characters as long as they're not really uncomfortable, but he's definitely crossed the line of being uncomfortable at this point, right? The same thing that Shinji did back in Stay Night and stuff like that, right? He definitely crossed that line. The same thing that Karya also did once you look a bit more deeply into his actual motives and stuff, right? So yeah, but you know what? I'm excited to see what kind of character he is. I'm sure that the Ainsworths aren't just there to save the world. I'm sure they have some kind of nefarious plot at hand as well. So I wonder what the extent of their plot is. And also, obviously, I feel like the big question that still remains is what the hell is Tanaka, right? What is she, and like why is she so hellbent on destroying the Ainsworths, right? Who made her, who instructed her, who ordered her, who gave her the grand order? I guess we'll find out all of those things in these future episodes, but I'm excited to find them out though. I really am. It's gonna be fun. Also, seeing the assassin include like Hasani Saba in Illya, that was great. And her using Zabania. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be, this Zabania is from 100 Faces, right? I'm pretty sure. Because it basically creates a clone. I'm pretty sure that's how 100 Faces Zabania. But yeah, either way, I am pumped. I'm excited. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.